place off. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You said that you ballin', keep it real though. Ay, why I never saw you in the field though? Ay, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mixon will try the right side. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely wet and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, here's Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. On the return, here's Agnew. The Bengals drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing is Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Matchbox, light. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Q, drop. Check three.
On 1st down, Love. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Set, ready. 30 base, let's go. 43. Squeeze, double. Check. Leo. Check. Chuck, James 3, 2, 18. Chopper. Buzz.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So I guess we'll call this a pitcher's duel so far. I think that was a 3-run homer there, and it makes it a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, what inning are we in? It's not the most common of score lines, but it's pretty indicative of the fact that we're in for a tight one.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Set,
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives. And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him. I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going. Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern, because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races. Here's Jackson. Finding Green, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly. And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one. Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there. Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit. To throw is Jackson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40. And a Bengal first down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half. So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike 50, Mike 50.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He's got Green. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
At the 30-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The pass to Brown as he hauls it in, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And John Brown's got it complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On 1st and 10, Love. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football. Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Back. Hey, switch gears. Alert flare.
Lock it. Blue dart corkers. Scene 6.
From the gun on third down. Love escaping the pressure right. And that's complete to Croft. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And he's got room. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Chris Thompson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
He's going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Hey, 50 the mic. 50.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Come on. Check. Lucky. Switch it. Shoot.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Jackson on 3rd and long. Steps away to his left. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Keep it up. Check 37. Check 37. 50. Mike's 50. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. There you go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
First and 10
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Bills take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Get in the weight room. Hayward. 43 the mic. Recon, 132 fighting.
2nd and 3. Jones has it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Watch the safety trick. Ready.
Now Lewis here on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and
Check,
12
43.
at the 44-yard line.
Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got. Ready, go.
To throw on 2nd down. Love, flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Yo, Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm scared. Mike 50, Mike, huh? You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want none.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check it back, check it back. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Get the ball. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Get that quarterback. Get that quarterback, D-Ron.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And a cut to the sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Chris Thompson. 85 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check 3, check 3. Don't take. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Check 9, check 9.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, 50, 50. Mike 50. Bound to lose one. Mike 50. Get your swerve on. 50's the mark.
Now it's Jackson. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Now again, right side. Bernard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check it, hot read.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 26 yards on the play there. So the face mask, quite a blessing there, as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Orbit. Stand, go.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, Thompson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Love. And that is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2.
49 the mic, 49 the mic. Silver, 49, guys.
Jackson now, operating from the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
A second down run with Lewis. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Lewis. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? And the grab by Croft. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Thompson. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
43. Check, 43. Get ready, go.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run. It's the fullback DeMarco. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
61. Matchbox, light, go. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. If you don't get this block, you think you won't get it?
They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
3rd down and goal to go.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a one-score game.
52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, Mike 52.
Scene 6. Mike 52. Mike 52.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Let's go.
From the gun, Love. Yeah, he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyler Kroft, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2.
Let's go. 52. Mike 52. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Love. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Check Mike 50.
Mike 50. Mike 50.
I'm here all day. Mike 50. Mike 50. Target, 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 target.
Mike 50.
Boom, boom. Night, night, sweetheart.
Here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. They try to take a shot there on 2nd down, and that leaves them, because of the incompletion, a very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
10 yards there on a Bengal first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun again to Nixon. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Ready.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Switch. Deuce.
One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Buffalo, they can